where are we going, Dominic?
We are going to get lost, basically.
Challenge now, another game to play. This is all about science. Science is a game. The challenge is this. Okay, we want you to find your way back. What will be really important as we go back is for you to be thinking about, how am I doing this? What am I using to help me navigate my way back?
Basically gone down to the basement, and now we've got to, in a very complex route, and now we've got to find our way back into the roomy things.
We're taking a quicker way, so we get there first. And we're gonna win, but we have absolutely no idea how to do this.
How many people got lost? Did anyone get a sense that they got lost? You're always getting lost. Except in science, it's quite an exciting thing to be. Yeah? It is a bit lost. Because that's when you start asking questions about, well, where do I go from here?
So Millie's going to be our moth. Okay, Jack, you stand just where you are, doing really well as our bat. In a moment, Jack, you're going to hunt Millie the moth, okay? Creativity for me is a natural consequence of fostering and inspiring two particular facets. It's about being curious about something, about being confident about not knowing, and it's about having some passion and excitement about not knowing. And I think if you get a state of active curiosity and you combine that with an enthusiasm and excitement, then you get creativity, then you get possibility. So creativity, I don't think, is a province of any one aspect or arena. I think it's a natural byproduct of what happens to any human being when you get excited about something and you get curious about something in a way that's confident. Then you become creative, then possibilities happen, then you get change.
I'm the Director of Creative Computing at Goldsmiths, and we specialise in making software which is specifically for audiovisual interaction. And we like using the iPhone specifically because and the iPod, because it's a device that everyone understands and feels comfortable with. And it's good to get information from that about how people interact with sounds and images and how people connect sounds and images together. So it's an area of research that we've done lots of work in, so it's great to collaborate with Beau on this project. If I tap on the screen, it creates a region of interest, and it creates a musical note which I can turn on or off at will, and that note relates to the brightness in that area of the screen. So if I turn it on and move it, it goes down. The pitch of the music will go down as the brightness decreases, and then as the brightness increases, the pitch goes up. And we can have up to 5 regions of interest, 5 areas that play polyphonic music. And you can listen to the music as you walk around looking at the camera.
This is Mick.
Hi everyone. Hi.
Okay. He's a little bit scared, so be nice to him.
Please be nice. Please be nice.
Right? And he's created this amazing tool for us. This week you're going to think about how could we use this to ask the questions that you're going to ask. All right?
So yeah, this is something we've made especially for you. And it's really great for us because we want to find out what you like about it and what you don't like about it, and you can really help us to make it better. Would anyone like to have a quick go now?
Yeah.
Okay, who's first?
Nick, is this the new 4th gen?
Over there, we have set up a maze. The maze has been based on all the ideas that you've come up with, okay? And the maze is taped on the ground.
So we're finding our way, and I'm like, oh, I can't. Oh, there's a noise. I might be able to find my way.
Okay?
Oh, there's a noise. Yeah, it works as well. So just make sure you can't see.
And if you can,
Yeah, just do it on the
Close your eyes.
Oh, I don't know where I am already.
That's the idea. This is a racetrack. Your aim is to get through the racetrack as fast as possible. When I say start, which one's which? Okay, you're that one, your iPhone, your iPod. When I say start, you start, okay? Now, teachers, you're tracing their path. All right, ready, set, go. So we have never done this before. We have no idea if this will work. And I thought, guessing it was going to probably take about 2 or 3 minutes to get through, but we're already at 4.5.
It was quite hard to concentrate on that one particular high-pitched sound, because they were like the low droning sound.
Well done, you did really well. Okay, you can take off your mic.
Wait, what's your age? How old are you? 12. So, what do you think you found difficult?
I think it was difficult when I was moving the iPod Touch around and I couldn't find a noise at all, and it took quite a while to find a noise.
Yeah, that happened to me as well.
You're going to walk behind her. You're not giving her any instruction. You're just doing the path, and you're taking notes about what you observe.
Okay.
About if she messes up or doesn't, or where she finds it difficult, where she finds it easy. Brilliant. Well done. You girls are going to run the experiment now, okay? Wow. Okay, so, okay, because you're going to run it tomorrow. Okay, so this is your practice.
It's kind of, I didn't know what I was aiming for, and then I asked Beau what it sounded like, and he went, and then I really felt, yes, I can do this, I can do it now.
Before I thought that I would bump into the walls, but then I went really fast around and I did a bump.
It was freaky because I don't use sounds much because I use my eyes, but if you, I've found out now that if you're blind, you use your ears most of the time, so, and it's not so easy for them.
We're measuring 2 things. We're measuring the speed at which they do it. So the sort of the raw data is the speed that they do it. The second one is how accurate they are. That's the track tracing. And then the more sort of subjective is how they feel, what were the strategies they were using, what were they thinking and experiencing doing it? What did they find easy, what did they find hard?
I guess qualitatively what we're doing is helping them think about how they felt in relation to what they were achieving and the impact that that might have had and what that might have meant.
At the moment, I think what's swamping the results as far as speed is things like age, strategy, confidence, whether the child's confident or not, feeling embarrassed. Suddenly they start hearing the sound in their head much louder than the sound that's actually coming through their ears. Wants to go this way. Now you make that nice and comfortable for yourself. Is that comfortable? Okay.
This is the white tape, yeah? And I'm gonna time you, and your aim is to get around as fast as possible. And if you go off course, we'll put you back on.
Here is the average time, yeah, that all the girls took, and here's the average time that all the boys took.
You got 2 of them that are the same. That doesn't mean the girls are faster. That means we had 2 people with the same speed.
Well, if you were to take the test, do it again, then you should make sure that perhaps you could get the same person to do both of them.
Yes.
Well, when you have the 2 lines, there's like a gap in the middle. It would be easier if you filled it with tape, so it's much more clear to understand than the other.
Remember, no one has ever done this before. We had no idea what the results were going to be, okay? So you have actually created an experiment that no one has ever done, and you've created information that no one knew until right now. So you should feel incredibly proud of yourselves.
The lab books really consolidated the learning of the children and helped them to depict what they were thinking about in a visual form.
The lab books have just been a chance to reflect on their learning, how they've learned. They've used those throughout, and it's fascinating to have a look at how each child has done it differently. I love the fact that some children, you know, from all the different age groups, not just my school, have drawn pictures, they've done designs, patterns, words, mind maps, sentences, paragraphs, stories, and that's fantastic because each one is totally unique.
In these books they were allowed to doodle on them or draw things or make diagrams or do a sketch, and that gave them a lot more ownership over the books.
I've loved the way that children are starting to shift their perspective of science as well. It's palpable seeing the fact that they now know that they can be scientists, and the idea is around observation, asking why, what if. That's been great, really lovely to see.
This particular project opens their minds to a different aspect and how they view science. So it's really developing their sort of the way they look at things. So you know, it's really good, really good.
What's changed for all the children is the fact that they're really enjoying the fact that they don't know and that they're finding out, and that's quite a journey for them. The fact that they can feel comfortable with not knowing and there isn't a definitive answer.
This is like a super, and it goes into your mind and it takes all your thoughts and all your imagination away and sweeps it up and locks it in there.
The big part of this is about you developing that confidence in your amazing brains and your amazing ideas and fantastic imagination. And all of those strengths and talents and secrets and superpowers that you've been developing in that time. Those talents, when you walk out the door, will be with you then, and you will use them in lots of different ways, whether you're doing science, maths, playing football, whatever it is you're doing. As long as you're breathing, you'll take those talents with you. So well done, everybody.
I didn't know that there's that important questions to be answered. How or why, what if I did this or that. So
I used to think that science was a hard thing, and sometimes we'd do a few fun experiments, but you'd have to work a lot and do a lot of graphs. But it's a game, and it feels like a game now.
Being here, it's like my life is just me. It's just like the happiest thing in my life.